When we train here, it's like competition because we're going back and forth. Kaya, Emma, and I, every practice, it was like above 6 feet, we'd be jumping.
We all have our strengths and weaknesses and we all challenge each other. I think it helps us all to be stronger and improve on everything.
We just push each other because like, oh, she jumped that or she jumped that. I want to go again. Put the bar back up, Bob.
I don't think I would be jumping as high as I am if I didn't have Paris and now Kaya also to push me.
That thirst for learning and that drive and dedication to be the best that they can be that really puts them above a lot of people. I mean, I don't think any other high jumpers work as hard as they work.
Yeah.
When I was around 7, I just loved running. I was always running at recess, so my mom put me in cross country. And I saw some older girls high jumping, maybe 5 feet, and I was 4 something at like the height was at that point. So I was like, wow, that's so high. Like, I want to do that.
I actually got my name from the 2003 World Championships. My mom was competing there, and when she came back, she found out that she was having me. And so, you know, it only made sense to name me Paris. She went to the Olympic trials 2 months after having me, but she obviously trained with me in her stomach. I was always at the track since I was in a stroller and just being exposed to the sport of high jump. And then when I was old enough to try, which was around, I think, 8 years old, I went to nationals. I won my first nationals ever, and it's just been meant to be since then.
Push out a little bit more, but move back another foot. The high jump is a very psychological event, and they say it's an awful like a baseball hitter. You know, it almost always ends in failure. Okay, good approach. Take off, not quite as good. This is a place that's had a great history in the high jump, kind of known as High Jump University, and I want to maintain that background so however long in the future, high jumpers are going to want to come to the U of A.
Looking at Bob's credentials, he's had so many amazing athletes that he's coached in the past. I think at one nationals he went 1, 2, 3 with his jumpers, which is unheard of. I knew as soon as I was talking to him that this is where I wanted to be.
I ultimately decided on the U of A because of Coach Bob. I came here as a walk-on and eventually have earned my full scholarship, but I owe it all to Coach Bob and training with Emma. We've roomed together, we've gone to the Olympic trials together, we've gone to the US Championships, U20s. She pushes me like no one else.
They both are the kind of people that have tremendous drive, tremendous dedication. They're going to do everything they can to be the best student athlete they can become. I think they've set the standard, and then the younger people see that standard and they realize that, hey, if I want to be that good, I'm going to have to do similarly all those things very well to be successful as a high jumper and a student athlete.
I think right now we're ranked as the #1 high jump school.
Having that #1 ranking just shows everyone that like we do put in the hard work every single day, and this is a serious program here at the University of Arizona.
Good one. Let's just move up maybe a couple inches and still just really think about the arms. Okay?
I would say what makes someone a good high jumper is consistency. You only have about 8 to 12 steps to get over a bar, and it's only moving up by this much.
Whether the bar is low or high, you've got to do the same thing every time. You can't try harder or else you're not going to have a good jump technically.
You may be 5 inches over the bar and it goes up 2 inches and you miss the next one.
One thing I've noticed is if I have a bad jump practice like a week out, I end up jumping pretty good at the meet usually. So I'm getting the bad jumps out now and then I can jump good at the meet. Knowing that I tried my best and that I'm doing everything I can makes me happy. It's enough for me.
I'm the kind of coach that really just wants to develop successful people. We talk about things, about getting a job, about finances, all sorts of things that they're going to experience later in life, so they're not just released into the wild, so to speak, when they finish their school and competition. All right, good. Good rhythm.
He'll go over how important visualization is and how to deal with the pressure in those meets.
When she was jumping in Tokyo in September, the high jump was the only event going on, and there was 68,000 people there yelling and screaming.
Dealing with that big of a crowd and seeing you know, how it affects me and how to deal with it, and how to just focus on jumping.
Being able to deal with your emotions is something that needs to be practiced, just like physical skills in high jump.
When you're on that third attempt and you've already missed 2 bars, being able to calm down and give full effort without thinking too much about how much pressure is on you.
That's when I try to even de-stress even more, like telling jokes, try to keep their mind off of, hey, this is a big competition and everyone's going to be looking at me.
Going to bed throughout the day, like I can just close my eyes and think like, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, you know, like the rhythm of what I need to do approaching the bar.
Every day isn't going to be perfect, but it's a day to see where you're at. I think that's what is most important. In the grand scheme of things, I have come a long way, and that's what matters.
You can't really look too far ahead. You just kind of have to take each day one at a time, and then we just take it one year at a time, 1 meet at a time. We're hoping to get as many people at the Nationals as possible and come home with at least two more All-American awards.
What counts for success for me is just trying my best and listening to Bob. That's all that matters. I probably would have said a few years ago, beating my mom. Hopefully one day I can be as good as her, but we all have our own stories.
When I was starting coaching, I didn't want any of my athletes that had the motivation not to achieve what they were capable of achieving. So I've really dedicated my life to being the best coach I can be, you know, try to give the athletes all that I can give so they can be the best they can be.
Hi, I'm Tom McNamara, host of Arizona Illustrated. Thank you for watching this Arizona Illustrated story here on YouTube. And if you like that one, well, here's another story we think you'll like.